So today I'm going to walk you guys around. We're going to see some updates on some things we talked about previously. I'm going to show you some new things. We're going to go through the park down at the house with Jesse and Courtney, my friends that I often go places with here locally. And we're going to find the results for the contest that we did last Friday in my Yuma, Arizona video. I'm gonna wait until Friday before I launch the next one, I think. And so this is just gonna be kind of a hodgepodge clip with a bunch of different things. One of the first things that we're gonna do here is draw the winners for the contest. I've got a few prizes here. Jesse from Shapes in Nature just brought these amazing stickers by. We've got a pink orchid mantis here and a blue death feigning beetle. And I just love what he's done with them. I don't know if you guys can get the focus here on how cool these things look. And their colors really offset each other very nicely too. So we're gonna call the orchid mantis the first place prize for this contest, the blue death feigning beetle the second place prize, and then third place a copy of Invertebrates magazine, whichever one you happen to want if you are the winner for that. And so we're gonna come here. This is the original video called California Desert Insects, where in the caption here I had mentioned the contest, and I had asked for people to answer these 3 questions, and not everybody who left a comment down below actually answered the questions, but we're gonna go through here and figure out who our 3 winners are among people who, so it said that there were 30 people who had commented. And so for the first place prize for the orchid mantis, we're going to see if this person answered the questions. And Aquarimax Pets was actually the person whose name came up here. He mentions his blister beetles, but he didn't actually answer the questions for this contest, and so by virtue of that, he is not eligible to win. However, Russ, you're my friend, and I actually mentioned you in the remainder of this video here. I would be happy to send you an orchid mantis sticker if you would like one. I'm going to be visiting with Russ in June. We're going to take a collecting trip together in southern Utah that I'm very excited about. So we're going to go again here for a person who participated properly in the contest. And here's a person, she's won before, Estella de Grande, and she goes through here and answered the questions. The original questions for the contest were: name an insect or other arthropod you would like to see me go find in the United States. Have you ever gone on a trip just to see nature? And if so, where? Do you watch any travel videos on YouTube? If so, name one you like. And so she came through and listed out her questions. Estella, you are the winner again of the orchid mantis sticker, which is very, very cool. And for the second place prize now, pop through this here. And this is You Don't Know Me, also a person who has won previously. You guys who stick with me, you guys are winning all the time. Because only 30 people participated in this contest, and we do the contest every week, so your chances to win here now, while my channel is rather small still, are actually quite good. And so he goes through and mentioned that he would love to see if that I could find any stick insects in the wild, and also answered the other questions. So there you go, You Don't Know Me, you did it again. For the third place prize, a copy of Invertebrates magazine. The winner is Smocklers, and I know Smocklers has participated in quite a few contests, but I believe this is the first time you've won. And he said, I would love to see a trip collecting rainbow scarabs or fig eater beetles. And coincidentally, March, it's nearly March now, it's February 25th. March, the end of March or the beginning of April each year is when I have the rainbow dung beetles, Phanius vindex, back in stock. So look forward to that here in the next month or so. They'll be back. They're always very popular. I tend to have them from about April, May, June, and maybe through mid-June. So there's a good 3 months or so each year where we have those beetles. So thank you all very much for participating, and I just want to say a quick thanks also to everyone who, before I had left for my trip, I had posted a video about how I had met the thresholds to become eligible for monetization here on YouTube. And the first day of my trip, the first night actually, I had logged into YouTube just to check on things. It had only been 2 days, I think, since I went through the motions of telling YouTube that I knew I was eligible. I filled out the application, I guess, and I found out just 2 days later, it can take up to 30 days, but I found out just 2 days later that I had become monetized, or I could monetize my channel. I was approved. And so that, I can't even tell you how, the first day of my trip, how it felt to find out that I was monetized. And in the first 24 hours, I posted it on Instagram. I made my first penny on YouTube, and I'm not joking when I say it's the best penny I've ever made. And I think it's been about a week and a half now, and I think when I logged in today, I was up to like $9 or something like that. And that's not a lot of money, but the future is wide open in terms of what I can do with this channel. And I've always enjoyed making videos. I actually had an old channel here on YouTube back in 2008, and that channel was up for about 2 years. I see a stonefly flying outside, so I'm distracted, sorry. I had my channel up for about 10 years, but then it got demonetized for reasons I never really understood. It's because apparently I had gotten an email in my junk folder in Gmail, and Gmail empties out the junk folder or spam folder after 30 days, so I never found out why it got demonetized. And YouTube went through some things where they accidentally demonetized some channels. Not really sure what happened about that. It was just a channel about bugs, same as this one, although I didn't really talk on my old videos and everything. But anyway, here we are. I'm monetized now. That was the last little thing that I needed to feel entirely motivated to just blow this channel up. So it's because of you guys. It's because of our shared interest in bugs and in nature, and I can't wait to see where all this goes. So thank you all very much for participating in this contest. Look for another one this Friday, and I'll see you all again soon. Enjoy the rest of the video. Please comment, hit the like button. I always appreciate that. The YouTube algorithm appreciates that, and I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks. Well, we're going to start today's video out by checking on some things that we talked about previously. Oh, I wasn't sure if it was still in there when I was pulling the lid off just a moment ago, but there's the third beetle, the Helops teneb. Now, it was February 2nd when I posted the original video where I had collected these things per somebody's request and done a little video about how to care for them. And it's now February 25th, so it has been 23 days since I posted that video. And at this point, I've decided that I'm going to let these creatures go back into nature, say goodbye to this longhorn beetle, Plectrura spinicata. Pretty common up here in the Pacific Northwest. So that one is off. And then a couple other ones here. This was our Diurnal Firefly. You can see that little notch there in the tip of its abdomen. We had seen that notch in the original video, so you can tell that this is the very same specimen. And they're called diurnal fireflies. That's because they are not nocturnal, they are diurnal, day active, this species. And that beautiful salmon coloration again, down there, just behind the head. And our local fireflies do not produce light like some others. And then finally, this Helops here, a local Tenebrionidae family beetle. And you might think it's dead, but I know it to be playing dead because we just saw it crawling around a moment ago. And there it is, a beautiful shiny black specimen reflecting just a little bit of coppery light there. Some mold had begun to grow here in this container down in the substrate. And now we say goodbye. You can see some mold there, even on this heavy board. And so mold is not a stranger to pet bugs or wild bugs that became pet bugs that became wild again. Be free, be happy. On to the next clip. So I'm back from the trip. Came away mostly unscathed. I've got one scratch there on my leg. And I don't know if you can see it there, but I did get a sunburn there in the 77-degree weather. And still have a little bit of a rash from the sun since we don't get a whole lot of it up here in Oregon, and I'm fairly pale. It actually is showing up even better on the camera, I swear. My skin's a little bit itchy there. My sister's got it even worse. She can't even really go out in the sun. This is 4 days later, by the way, since I came back from the trip. And I've got this little container here of desert springtails. You guys saw the footage of me collecting them, and I set up a little container here. Oh, dang it, one just hopped out. Well, guess what? You're gonna be famous now, buddy. Oh, there's two of them. These are the desert springtails. One just crawled up there on my hand. Zoom the camera in a little bit here. You guys can really see it. Desert springtails. I'm excited to see if I can get these going well enough in culture. Pretty awesome. Very active, like the other springtails that seem to do well. Gonna try real hard to keep them alive and get them breeding. Time to put them back where they belong. I've sort of teased you guys a few times talking about these shrimp that I got from Russ many, many, many years ago. Russ from the Aquarimax YouTube channel. And somewhere in here, well, there it is right there. You can see one shrimp up against the glass there with those little things called berries, little eggs. I'm not sure what the technical term is for them because I'm not really an aquatics guy, but some of them are no longer attached and they're actually sort of free swimming here in the cage. You can see these teeny, teeny, tiny little things. And so these shrimp are reproducing here in this tank, and the focus is very difficult to acquire. Maybe from this side we can see it better. Not really, but some of those little berries, they have left the parent. I'm guessing it's the female, but lots of weird things happen with bugs, and so perhaps they're males. We'll pop over here just for a moment. Got this plant sort of growing over this tank right here. And right up here we've got a ghost mantis that I pulled out to show you guys. It's sort of in pause mode here because we came a little closer to it. But it's feeding on a fly. Come back to that in a moment because you can see these little swimmers here better from this side, I think. If we get lucky and get the focus. Now, a little bit hard to see still. Turn it just a little more. There you go. So you can sort of see a little bit of a tail on there. They look like tadpoles or like mosquito larvae to me quite a bit, but they're mobile and just kind of floating and swimming around in there. And another thing I was going to show you here is I had taken some video a while back of this female mating with a male giant Asian Hierodula membranacea mantis, and she's just deposited her first egg case up there. It's a little bit on the small side for a fertilized egg case, and especially a first one from a female, but probably me being out of town a little bit last week and then busy catching up on things, missed a couple feedings, and so it's a little smaller than what I typically like to see. But that should be hatching here in maybe 4 to 6 weeks, and we'll sneak up on this mantis again here. A green female ghost mantis. They come in different shades of brown. Everybody always wants the green ones, of course, because they're just so pretty. And for those of you who haven't seen mantises eat their living prey before, here you go. Chowing through the wing there of the fly. And then it's gonna go right for the rest of it. You may not be familiar with what their body shape is if you're not familiar with this species, but you can see the wings covering the back there, and then 2 flanges that are part of the abdomen coming out from either side of the wings. A little sort of diamond-shaped pronotum there behind the head, and then there's a crest there up on the head. And of course she's holding the fly with her raptorial forearms. And you can see her antennae and her eyes there, sort of sideways. But yes, the fly will be disappearing very quickly at this rate. And we'll move on to the next clip. Actually, one other fun thing to show you here. Had an order for a variety of things. One of the things they ordered was an imperfect vinegaroon, and that's a picture of a vinegaroon there. I saw the imperfect specimens. Sometimes they arrive to me missing a piece of their bodies. In this case, it was a missing tail, and this customer purchased that specimen at a discount, as well as a few other items. And in their order notes, they said they would love a drawing, which we sometimes do, and you can find our drawing package on the miscellaneous tab of my website. But they say, I would love a drawing of a vinegaroon with a cast on his tail to show my new vinegaroon that we hope he heals quickly. And so Jessica, who works for me, she's at Miss Amina on Instagram and runs the Portland Insectarium. She drew this wonderful vinegaroon with a healing tail in a cast. Very cool. Always fun to get these requests, and they really make our days fun here at work.
setup shot. Thank you, salamander, for that. Oh, there it goes. This light's just too much for me, man.
How many different species of isopod do you think are out here?
Porcelios scaber, Armadillidium vulgare, Oniscus ocellus. Wouldn't be surprised if there were some aquatic ocellus.
Oh yeah?
And then there's this little brown one that I uploaded a photo of to Bug Guide, and they promptly frassed it because it wasn't a very good photograph. And so I still don't know what that other one is. I think that's it. Oh, Phalosia muscorum, those fast isopods. That's another one. Have you seen those ones? They're really weird looking with some yellow mottling on them.
What about those like wood-dwelling ones?
Those are the brown, little brown ones I'm talking about. Yeah.
Very interesting.
Tiny that is.
I know.
I was taking the video earlier, but
It is so
Needed
small.
Oh, hey,
Compared to-
you want this, Peter?
what do you got? Oh, a male.
And there's a
Pomoa.
female right down there.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
no, those
there's-
are both male.
Oh, yeah, you're right. They are.
Those are both male. Oh, that's kind of neat.
Female down in there, maybe?
It's a walk-off. Okay.
A what?
It's from Zoolander.
Oh.
They're both being fashion divas.
I think I see the female in there.
Is the female in there?
I think she might be in the
But
hole back there.
You know there's a female close by. There's two of them right here.
Yeah, she's right down here.
Is she pretty big?
Yeah, her abdomen is considerably larger than theirs. Pomoa. Hey, if you like me, give me one of those thumbs up. And please subscribe and hit the little bell so you know when I post next. Please share me with your friends on social media. Thank you for watching.